Recently, my life has felt a bit like a mess, like my bedroom. Yeah, oops. So here I am trying to get my life back together. I know I can achieve more and my mindset has not been where I want it. So I went on Google and I found this website, How to Get Your Life Together, 15 Actionable Steps. Why not? What can I do to get my life together? And it basically talks about getting your life together and why it's important. 15 actionable steps to get your life together. Step 1, talk about your feelings to someone. Step 2, remove toxic people from your life. I think I'm pretty good at this one. I don't really have anyone toxic in my life right now, so I think that one's okay. Step 3, stop procrastinating. I definitely feel like I need to work on that one. Procrastinating is me a lot, especially with my schoolwork. You know, in year 12, kind of just leave everything for a while until everyone else starts it, and then I'll start it. Probably not the best way to go because everyone else procrastinates as well. And if you couldn't tell, I have been procrastinating to clean my bedroom, but I think we'll get to cleaning my bedroom in a later step. That's procrastinating, isn't it? Step 4 is to get organized. I think this is time where I actually clean my bedroom. I've just finished cleaning my room, so I feel a little bit more organized, just a little bit. But I know I definitely feel better waking up in the morning and coming home from school when my room is clean. Step 5, value the time you have. It says here, stop wasting your time and start doing something productive. Use your time intentionally. More recently, I haven't been so good at this one. I feel like I've been spending a lot more time on my phone than I need to. And it feels productive when I'm doing it because I'll go through Instagram watching videos of weightlifting and I'll tell myself, yeah, I'm watching their technique, which I am. But it gets to a point where that's not, I could be doing something better. So I've just gone into my phone settings and I found that my average screen time is around 3 hours, which to me, that's a lot of hours. That's 3 hours a day that I could be spending doing something else. And I know a lot of this time is spent talking with people or doing research, but I think, to be fair, the majority of it is spent on social media. I've just had a look and it does say the majority of the time is spent on either Instagram or Snapchat, which I know I don't need to spend as much time on. So I'm gonna set myself some screen time limits. So I've set a downtime so that I can't access any of my apps at 8:30 unless I absolutely have to, which, let's be honest, I've set a limit of 1 hour on all social media per day. This gives me enough time to talk to the people I need to talk to, but without scrolling through TikTok for hours on end. It's become a bit of a habit. When I'm bored, I'll just go on my phone and go through Pinterest or go through TikTok, as we all do. But I think it'll be really good if I can set some good habits for when I'm bored to do something else. This could be difficult at first, but once I set those habits, I think it'll be really good. Step 6 is to set goals in life. Now, I do set myself a lot of goals, but I think I usually set them way too high. I make them unachievable for myself, and that ends up just making me feel horrible. But when I set them, I think they're achievable when really they're not. Realistically, I've actually got a section in my phone where I write down my goals for the gym, and looking at them, they're pretty achievable, and I'm pretty close on achieving all of them, which is great. So I'm gonna keep them there, but I did realize that I haven't written down any of my goals for outside the gym. They say it's really important to write them down, so I think maybe I should do that. So now I've made a section in my phone called Other Goals, which are just random life goals that I have that are achievable within these next few months. Step 7 is learn to take responsibility. It says here, stop blaming others for the situation you're currently facing. I think for me personally, I take a little bit too much responsibility most of the time. See, something will happen to someone and I'll think that it's my fault when realistically it has nothing to do with me. See, I'm really hard on myself and I know that, and I do try and work on that. I have gotten a lot better over the years to not be quite as hard on myself as I used to, but I've still got to work on that a fair bit. Step 8 is to be honest with yourself. They say there is no need to keep living around what keeps you from enjoying the real things in life. Be honest with yourself about what brings a smile to your face and what makes you uneasy. So I'm gonna be honest, I do not feel very happy with myself when my bedroom is a mess, which it has been, and I've just cleaned it and I do feel a lot better, but it's something I always put off. I procrastinate cleaning my room. I mean, who doesn't though? But I'm always telling myself that I don't want to clean my room. Yeah, don't want to clean my room, but I know I'm gonna feel better afterwards. So I think that needs to become a better habit for myself, to just keep the place tidy so that I can feel better. What brings a smile to my face and what makes me uneasy? This one's a difficult one, actually. Okay, things that make me happy. Buying plants, planning projects for myself, getting enough sleep. At the end of the day, relaxing, laying in bed for a bit, watching a couple of YouTube videos before turning the screens off and going to bed. Having a bubble bath. Things that make me feel uneasy. Being late, feeling unorganized, leaving things till the last minute, telling myself I'll do something and then I never end up doing it. So with those two lists brainstormed, I'm gonna keep them pretty honest with myself, and I'm gonna focus on avoiding the things that make me feel uneasy and doing more of the things that make me feel happy, or making sure I maintain the things that make me feel good. Step 9 is seek help from a counselor. Step 10 is take care of your health. My physical health, I feel like, is really good. I do go to the gym many times throughout the week. I eat lots of fruits and vegetables, have a balanced diet. My immune system is pretty good. But one thing I'm not that good at is drinking enough water. See, they recommend to be drinking over 2 liters of water a day. Apparently, I'm supposed to drink 2.7 liters of water a day, and I'm not very good at that. I do have a water bottle with me that I bring everywhere, and I drink out of it all day long. But that doesn't quite equal to 2.7 liters, so that's not really happening. I usually drink about a water bottle full when I'm at the gym, and then about another water bottle full at school, and then depending what I'm doing after school, I'll drink between nothing and a bit more than that. Either way, I know that I'm not getting 2.7 liters of water in every day, which I know not that many people do, but I'm gonna start focusing on that. Where is my water bottle? And in terms of getting enough sleep, I usually get between 7.5 and 9.5 hours sleep, which is a fair bit, but I really want to focus on getting 9 hours sleep every night. And my sleep routine isn't terrible, but sometimes I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to sleep sometimes. I just don't want the day to be over yet, or I don't want the next day to start yet. So I won't go to bed for a while later until it starts to get late. And I pretty much wake up at the same time every day. Apart from weekends, I'll have a big sleep in, which for me feels like a good rest and a reset for the week. But with those new screen time limits where I won't get any notifications, I won't be able to access any apps after 8:30, I shouldn't find myself staying up too late anymore. Which is pretty much step 11, says get adequate rest, which I just talked about, didn't I? Step 12 is to get into a routine. My morning routine I really like, and I'm not going to change that. I pretty much wake up really early, go to the gym, I come home, have breakfast, go to school, do school stuff, get home, and that's where my routine isn't fantastic. I'd usually get home, have something to eat, and then every afternoon is a little bit differently. See, I have some sort of hockey training or a hockey game almost every day after school, and they're all at different times, which I think has made my routine a little bit all over the place and difficult to plan, or it's just been a good excuse for me to not have a neat routine in the afternoon. But I don't think it's really the routine that's bad, it's more just that I'm wasting a lot of time that's bad. It's more that time in the afternoon when I'm home where I feel like I haven't got a routine for that time. But you can't have a routine for every hour throughout the day. For me, that doesn't work and it's not sustainable. I have my morning routine and my afternoon kind of routine, but it's a little bit messy. What I need to do is, in that time that I am home, I need to stop wasting time and start doing things that make me feel like I'm achieving something. Step 13 is celebrate your accomplishments. This one will go well with all of those new goals that I set for myself. It doesn't mean celebrating as in throwing a massive party every time you achieve your goal of drinking enough water for the day, but I could just celebrate lightly with myself. I could go do something I really enjoy when I reach a new goal, or just make note to myself that, I achieved something that I really wanted to achieve, and give myself a good pat on the back. Sometimes I definitely feel like I'm looking for that celebration in the people that I tell. See, mostly with school, I would make an assignment, I would be really proud of it, give it to the teacher, super happy with myself, but then I give it to them and they don't really care, and that would bring me down.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
So I should shift my mindset a little bit. Rather than looking for someone to say, wow, you accomplished that, I should just realize in myself that I did accomplish that, and I don't really need anyone else to be telling me that. Step 14 is stop pleasing everyone. I usually don't really care what anyone thinks, so I think I have this one pretty sorted. Step 15 is stop overspending to avoid financial troubles. Now for me, I find that I don't spend very much money, which you might think is fantastic, and it is, it's great. I don't spend much, I have a lot of savings, but it's gotten to the point where I'm not really enjoying my job anymore, and I think a huge part of that is because I know there's no purpose in me being there. See, I go to work, but I'm not spending the money that I'm earning, so I'm more just going to work work with no benefit. And it's not that it's a bad job, it's more just that I feel like I'm not getting anything out of it. So for me, overspending isn't a problem. It's more that I don't spend anything. There's lots of things that I want to buy, but I just don't because I tell myself I don't need them. And it might be true, yeah, I don't need them, but sometimes when you buy things that you really want, it makes you happy. I actually made an Excel spreadsheet today, which will outline my monthly budget. It'll give me a certain percentage that I'm gonna try and actually go and spend rather than just leaving everything in my savings. So it's kind of like a reverse budget because I know there are a lot of things I want to buy. I'm just not buying anything, and maybe that isn't the best thing. So anyways, I made it really pretty. I'm super proud of it. I made that. And that'll help me know how much I can spend without ever overspending. It'll keep enough in my savings, but also allow me to spend enough without feeling guilty about it anymore. That covers all the steps they've given us. And I think it really was just a good time to have a reset from everything and just get my life back on track where I need it to be, so I can start reaching the goals that I've set for myself again and feel a little bit more productive and happy with myself. My life won't always be perfect, and I need to accept that, but you can't just let it be unhappy forever. I can't just keep being unproductive and tell myself it's okay. It is okay, but to an extent. And as I'm graduating in a few months from now, I think it's really important just to have my life on track now so that I don't feel super lost after graduation.